everybody, how's it going today? My name's Colton and I'm joined by Jennifer, and we are here from the Elyria Public Library System, and today we are back cooking with mugs. And the theme of our mug meals this month is scary and spooky treats. Because this month is October, and October is all about Halloween. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love Halloween. And while Halloween is going to be different this year, there's still one truth to Halloween that will never, ever change. And that's the answer to the question, trick or treat. The answer, of course, is always treat. Now, one time I picked trick when I was 9, and it just, I don't want to get into it. We gotta do the mug meals, but just always pick treat. I'm up first, and I'll be making Rice Krispie treats in a mug. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love Rice Krispie treats. But when you make them yourself, they're even better, because they're all warm and gooey and melty and all that good stuff, and they're gonna be so good. Now, actually, I'm gonna be changing up my recipe a little bit. It's gonna change up a little bit from the normal Rice Krispie treats you get in your Halloween basket, because today I'm gonna be making my Rice Krispie treats vegan. Now, I'm not personally a vegan, but I am a vegetarian. And unless you follow that diet, you might be surprised to learn some things that you wouldn't think of as vegan or vegetarian aren't actually vegetarian, including the main ingredient of our recipe today, marshmallows. Marshmallows actually aren't vegetarian. But with a couple easy substitutions, you can make this recipe for any dietary restrictions. The recipe is even going to be gluten-free today, too. So let's get started. So your first step to making Rice Krispie treats in a mug is going to be melting a half a tablespoon of butter and 1 1/4 cups of marshmallows in your microwave for about 30 seconds, making sure that the butter is melted. Now for this mug meal recipe, you're going to make sure to use a very tall mug. I'm going to be using Super Peeps because I'm feeling pretty dang super today. Because you know what happens when you put marshmallows in a microwave, right? And you don't want any of that delicious marshmallow goodness spilling out. And that really stinks because I was all set to use my fall 2009 mug from television's The View. But as you can see, it's just not tall enough. So, sorry, Whoopi, we're not using you today. So like I said, we're gonna be putting 1 1/4 cup of marshmallows in our mugs. And yeah, it's gonna get messy. That's okay. And we're gonna be adding your half a tablespoon of butter. And for diet, like I said, I'm making this vegan. This is vegan marshmallows as well as vegan butter. Super easy to find. The marshmallows are a little tricky to find, but they're all easily readily available at your stores, so take a look. Now, sometimes when you make vegan or gluten-free dishes, you sometimes have to change the amounts of the recipe. This recipe is going to be the same if you use regular marshmallows, regular butter. It's a simple 1-to-1 conversion. So I'm going to microwave this for 30 seconds, and when I come back, we'll add our Rice Krispies for the last step, okay? So it was about 30 seconds, and now our butter is melted and our marshmallows are melty and gooey, so we're on to the next step. So for the last step, you're going to stir your marshmallows and butter together, and then you're going to mix in quickly a cup of Rice Krispie cereal. Now this is a gluten-free cereal, and you just get it in perfectly like I did, and then you're just going to give it a little stir. I think I might have put too much cereal in it, but that's okay. We'll fold it in and it'll be fine. And we're just going to give it a quick stir, fold everything in, mix it all up good. And we're going to keep going. And once you have everything mixed together, you're more than welcome. Spread it out on a pan, let it cool down, all that good stuff. But honestly, I like to eat mine right out of the mug where it's still warm and gooey and all that good stuff. I mean, just take a look here. Look at this. It looks so good. And that was Rice Krispie treats in a mug. But that's not all we got for you today. No. We have a second mug meal recipe, and for that, I'm going to turn to Jennifer, who's going to take 2 fun-sized Snickers and make them even more fun. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, and like Colton said, I'm going to make another delicious spooky treat for you for Halloween. Now, I don't know about you, but my son brings in a lot of candy, and sometimes he doesn't know what to do with all that candy. So what we did was we made a delicious oatmeal cookie with our leftover Snicker bars. And all you need is 2 fun-sized Snickers. But if you don't like peanuts, or if you're like my friend's daughter where you can't have peanuts, feel free to use any other kind of fun-sized candy bar. And today, I'm also even going to make it vegan. So what you're going to need is some milk, and I'm using soy milk today, but you can use almond milk, again, peanut allergies, so be careful. I'm going to use a gluten-free flour. I'm going to use brown sugar, some rolled oats, some baking powder, some cinnamon, and of course, my yummy candy bar. And I also have some vegan butter, but it's already in there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt our butter. So I'm gonna go do that for 30 seconds. Okay, now my butter is nice and melted. It looks delicious. Next, I'm going to add the milk. And my son will tell you, you need to hold on to the cup. If not, it ends up all over the floor. And let me tell you how much fun that is to clean up. So I'm going to mix up the milk and the butter. And just from there, I'm going to take my rolled oats, dump it in, stir it up. I'm going to take my, not the flour yet, I want the brown sugar. Dump that in and stir it up. Now I used 2 tablespoons of milk and I used 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So it almost looked like oatmeal. So now I'm going to add my flour. And since I want these to mix together, I'm going to add my baking powder too. You just want a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and 3 tablespoons of flour. And again, I'm going to mix it up. Now right now, it's starting to look just like an oatmeal cookie. You could stop here. It's egg-free, so you can eat it. Or you can add some cinnamon to taste. Also, if you like oatmeal raisin cookies, it's a perfect recipe for in the mug. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon and mix it up. It's getting thicker. That's a good sign. Now it definitely smells like an oatmeal raisin cookie. So, but instead of raisins today, I'm going to add my Snickers. And as you can see, I cut it up. So I'm going to add my Snickers. And I use 2 fun-sized candy bars. I'm just going to fold it in. Just cover the cookie with it. Now, I'm done. To cook it, this one's a little different. So you're going to start with 30 seconds and then you're going to check it. You want to make sure it's completely baked through before you eat it. So I'm going to cook it 30 seconds at a time. Okay, so this one only took about a minute. So I used 2 30 seconds bursts and I have a delicious oatmeal cookie. And it smells just like fall. So, simple ingredients, right? Everything that Colton and I made is everything that you have around the house, plus your trick-or-treat candy. So from Colton and I, thank you for joining us today for Mug Meals. Check out the Elyria Public Library webpage to see more mugs and meals. Have a great day.